Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. In today's show, I'll be sharing the latest technical analysis as well as breaking news. Microstrategy overtakes Microsoft in all-time stock gains as Bitcoin bet pays off. Also breaking news, Microsoft to vote for or against the assessment of investing in Bitcoin during their shareholder meeting in December, according to the latest SEC filing. Now, I did my research, and it looks like the largest shareholders of Microsoft are none other than Vanguard and BlackRock. Fidelity's even up there, so highly probability here, family. This is a pretty big deal considering how much money they have. We'll also be discussing Polymarket claims to have identified a mega Trump whale. We'll also be discussing from $1 to 67,600 per Bitcoin. Max Keiser boasts his 6,800% ROI. We'll also be discussing Bitcoin analyst predicts 100,000 Bitcoin by February, completely within reason, as well as Standard Chartered Bank sees Bitcoin surge to 125,000 if Republicans take the U.S. Congress. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more, in today's show. Welcome, everybody, and happy TGIF. Shout out to the entire fam. I'm streaming live and in the flesh. It is Friday, another beautiful day of the market. We were pumping this morning on our way back to 69. A little bit of a correction here, currently above 67.6. Let me know where you're tuned in from, what part of the world. I am going to be streaming for the next couple of hours. I'm going to go ahead and check the X feed right now. Go ahead and pin the stream to the top of the profile. That way it's easy for the fam to find it. And anyone who comments or quotes the live stream, you're going to get shouted out, reposted back, and followed back as well. Shout out DNA Noonan. He wrote crypto news alerts. Get in with yo fit in. This dude knows his Bitcoin shiznit. Thank you, brother. Shout out DNA. Always an honor. Boss33 says crypto news alerts now live. Tune in for the best. Crypto Alpha. Thank you, PJ. Thank you, Fox. Thank you, Glenn Cooper, and the rest of the fam. Much appreciated. DNA says, I'm at work today watching the greatest show on the tube. Love you, brother, and the CNA fam. Right back at you. Hey, Ab. Welcome, fam. What's up? Northwest Alabama in the house. Hope all of y'all are well. Right back at you, Creeper. Always an honor. Wow. New Polymarket update. The odds have shot up to 65.3% in Trump's favor. Only 34.6% for embarrassing Harris. Is what it is. I saw a Joe Rogan clip calling out Harris for trying to censor free speech on social media. Unbelievable. Hello from Montreal. Happy to be here with you. Happy to be here with you as well, Heidi. Honored to have you here. Nats, please get out of my airspace. JV has spoken. Good to have you here. TGIF, let's get it. Jason Buck in the building. We also got London and Canada. We got folks here from all over the world. Always a pleasure, always an honor. Theme music, take her away.
Oh my gosh, it's finally almost here. JV is going to talk to us. Crypto news is near. I can't stand waiting. There is no debating it. I waited all day, maybe I need a life. But Bitcoin is all I can think about day and night. Hurry, JV.
Welcome, everyone just joining the live stream. Happy TGIF. We have the Oracle in the building. We got Jay Beezy with a reminder. Hit the likes, you bunch of degens. Thank you, broski. Hallowed be thy name. Music to my ears there, Jason. You already know. TGIF and GFGI. Go F and get it. I dig it. Bring facts. It is a great day to go F and get it, as it is every day. Welcome, everybody. Live stream early today, obviously. It's 12 o'clock. Tomorrow we'll be back to 4 p.m. Just make a mental note of it. I do got a lot to share. I'm going to check the X feed once again for reposts and retweets, and I'll be checking on the feed throughout the entire stream. And just a reminder again, you're going to find it at the very top of the profile. Anyone who reposts or comments the stream will get shouted out live and in the flesh, as we do every day. But yeah, welcome everybody. If you're new to the channel, very important to smash the likes, then go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell icon to turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every day, just like this. Today is pod episode 1798. I'm your host, JV. It's October 25th, 2024. Bitcoin sitting just above 67.4 at the time of the live. Let's kick it off with our market watch as we do every day. You can see Coin 360 on your screen. Bitcoin, ETH, all the major alts correcting and in the red. This morning we were in the green, heading fast track to 69, and something happened. Had a little bit of a correction. Is what it is. Welcome to Crypto Fam. And checking out coinmarketcap.com. We're currently sitting at a 2.31 trillion market cap total, with the Bitcoin market cap at $1.33 trillion, with an over $1 trillion lead over on Ethereum. We have 75 billion worth of volume past 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance on a tear all the way to 57.9%. Ether dominance pretty laughable, 13.1%. It's been on a steady decline for quite some time, and this is the lowest we have seen it in a very long time. And checking out top 100 crypto gainers past 24 hours, we got Safe up 17%, we got Ape up 3%, and Chainlink up roughly 3%. Let me know which alts, if any, you're bullish on for this particular bull of 2024, 2025. And checking out the crypto bubbles, we get a visual perspective on the day. Survey says majority of the market, unfortunately, in the red, roughly 85 red over green percent, that is. And zooming out on the monthly, pretty mixed bag. I'd say 50-50 in that ballpark. And checking out the crypto greed and fear index, let's see if it loads. Earlier it was down. Looks to be down for whatever reason, so no worries. We'll check out the time chain calendar. We're currently on block 867,318. We have 182,682 blocks to go into the next halving, and you could today exchange $1 for 1,464 Satoshis. So stack them sats accordingly. And there you go, yo. Welcome everyone just joining the live. Let's go. We got Pamela Lewis in the building, bullish on COQing you. I believe the Bitcoin futures contracts get settled today, so I expect a little slight dip to prevent a squeeze. Thank you for the insights as always, Pirate Captain Greg. My freaks are growing seeds. Everything is growing just as planned. Well, hallelujah. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Just saw the best Latino Trump. Loved it. Like impersonation, or what do you mean? Cape Town, South Africa in the building. Shout out Helois. Welcome to the live stream. Again, we're streaming live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. Welcome to the show. Good to have you all here. And shout out East Afro King. Appreciate the reposts over on X. Much appreciated, family. But yeah, I mean, we're already back in the green. Expect volatility. I mean, it's a natural phenomena, especially here in crypto. Volatility, as Mikey Saylor once said, is life force, and the force is strong up in this piece. If you feel what I'm saying, let me know. But Wunderbass, what's a Wunderbass? Is that the name of the strain? But let's continue. We're going to dive into today's technical analysis, aka astrology for the broskies. Oh, it was an ad playing in Miami. It was great. Nice. I had growers in Germany and Australia now growing my seeds. Well, that's a W. Congrats. But yeah, let's dive into today's technical analysis. We're just going to go right to the charts today and see what's really happening. So give me a second to pull her up. You should be able to see here on your screen. This is looking at the Coinbase 1 hour chart via TradingView. A lot of action going on. We got targets galore. We have a rising wedge formation very clearly. We do have a blue target, bull target sitting all the way at 70,800. Again, this is the 1 hour chart. And we do have some bear targets ranging from 66 all the way down to 65. And zooming out from the 1 hour, we'll take a glance at the 4 hour. Survey says blue bull target sitting all the way at 81.3, and we have a green bear target sitting all the way down at 50,200. Things are looking bullish. There's also a rising wedge in the 4 hour chart. Zooming out on the 1 day. And as you can see, a lot of action here, rising wedge so far on the 1 hour, the 4 hour, and the daily. A big green candle for yesterday, a little corrective red thus far today. We do have a bear target sitting on the daily chart at 50,200 and a super bear at 47.7. And zooming out from the daily, we'll take a quick look at the weekly. And the weekly chart suggests a very bullish formation. Cup and handle still in play at 164,000. I personally feel this is a very doable target here in Q4, sometime between now and December, before the end of the year. Let me know if you agree or disagree that we can hit 124 as per what the weekly chart suggests. And zooming out from there, we'll check out the monthly. And the monthly chart shows us we've had 7 months of sideways trading action after roughly 7 months of bullish trading action. And we'll see what the month of October has in store for the final week of the month. We got until the 31st, which is the anniversary of the Bitcoin white paper. I think it's year 16. Correct me if I'm wrong. And happy birthday, Bitcoin. And zooming out, we'll also check out the 6 month, because we rarely ever look at the 6 month, and we'll look at the 1 year. 6 month chart says bullish, and we'll take a quick look at the annual 12 month chart. Even more bullish, yo. We've had 2 big years of green candles. Let's keep that momentum flowing, shall we? But there you go, yo. There's the latest TA as far as the live charts are concerned, as we're inching right back towards 68 Gs. As if we never lost it. Still looking really bullish on the weekly and the monthly. Yeah, I say all the charts, in my opinion, are looking bullish right now. Long-term cup and handle should outweigh the short-term rise and wedge. Good morning, Santa Barbara in the building. Shout out Moonstone. JV, my dog. How's everyone? Shout out to the Bitcoin Cowboy. African time, hey? What part of Africa are you repping? Halois, welcome to the stream. And those just joining us, I'm going to check the X feed again, or a reminder, anyone who reposts or quotes the live stream, which you're going to find pinned at the top of the profile. And thank you guys. We just crossed 35,000 followers on X, so I greatly appreciate all the support we've been getting over on the X community. And of course, shout out to the Rumble fam, YouTube fam, always holding it down. Jonathan Costa in the building. Oh, big UFC fight night tomorrow. Bless Max Holloway, Ilya Topuria. Who's going to win? Let me know your thoughts. Also, Robert Whittaker is fighting Hamzat. That's going to be a banger. So there's going to be back-to-back epic fights for the UFC card tomorrow, which I'm looking forward to. So curious, anyone else going to be tuned in? Let me know. But yeah, welcome everyone. 69 G's in play.
We've been climbing, aim for $1 million climaxing.
But let's get right into our next story of the day. We still got a lot in the headlines. We did our TA. Next, let's discuss this Microstrategy overtaking Microsoft and all-time stock gains. As Bitcoin bet pays off, Microstrategy on a tear. The bet on Bitcoin paying off handsomely as its stock soared more than 7% just today, marking a new 25-year high at $236. And I think the other day it was up like 15%. It's just on a massive climb. This was a continuation of a 6-week rally of the world's largest corporate Bitcoin hodler, the first to adopt Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset, put it on the balance sheet, which has seen its share surpass Microsoft, as the tech giant is set to vote on a proposal to publicly access adding Bitcoin to its balance sheet. Now, something interesting. Primary shareholder of MicroStrategy is BlackRock. One of the primary shareholders of Microsoft, and I know because I just looked it up. Here's some proof of work for you. Vanguard is the #1 shareholder at 9%. BlackRock is the second largest shareholder of Microsoft with 7%. And you even got Fidelity that owns 2.9%. Now, clearly, BlackRock is bullish on Bitcoin, as is Fidelity. So we're going to be discussing in a little bit them adopting Bitcoin as a $1 trillion move. I mean, that's other breaking news going on right now. But nonetheless, I digress. I just wanted to point out that BlackRock owns virtually everything. So I wouldn't be surprised if MicroStrategy actually did adopt Bitcoin. And you may think, well, Bill Gates, enemy of mankind. Well, Bill Gates owns less than 1% of the Microsoft stock. So keep that in mind as well. Massive shout out to Jason Buck. I just want to give credit where credit is due. He just gifted 10 memberships of the Microstrategy membership of the channel. So congrats, Raina, Israel, DD, Mark. We have Marcus Roth, Zondolf, Candace Estevez, Great U.S. Treasure Hunt, Mexica Huddle. And if I miss anyone, I apologize, but congratulations and welcome all the new MicroStrategy members of the channel. Clearly, MicroStrategy is crushing it. Also on memberships here on the channel. Nothing to do with MicroStrategy itself, the stock, but nonetheless, I digress. Thank you, Jason Buck. That's very kind of you, broski. But yeah, checking this out, MicroStrategy is soaring to a new all-time high, as observed, crushing every company without Bitcoin on their balance sheet. So it's virtually an ultimatum to all the major companies out there. Either adopt Bitcoin, put it on your balance sheet, or get left behind. And MicroStrategy is a great example of that. Over the past 5 years, MicroStrategy stock has outperformed every company in the S&P, fueling market expectations for continued bullish momentum thanks to its Bitcoin holdings. The latest rally has seen the all-time performance of the software company stock overtake that of Microsoft. As shown in this chart, you're looking at the MicroStrategy versus Microsoft. MicroStrategy outperformed Microsoft since 1999. Its share rallying 1,570% since the NASDAQ listed, compared to Microsoft at 1,400% ascent in their respective US dollar pairs. MicroStrategy gains in recent years can be attributed to its Bitcoin buying strategy, which has earned the tag of the largest corporate Bitcoin hodler in the world. Now, Mikey Saylor-led company began buying the Biddy back in 2020. Let me know if you front ran Michael Saylor, because if so, he's pumping your bags and you owe him a thank you. And just pointing out the obvious. Now go home and get your shine box, Mikey Saylor. In his latest purchase, the company acquired approximately 7,400 Bitcoin for roughly $458 million in cash between September 13th and the 19th, bringing its holdings 252,220 Bitcoin, worth nearly $17 billion at today's prices. This represents over 1% of the Bitcoin that will ever be mined. Mind-boggling. They already own over 1% of the supply. Now, MicroStrategy soaring stock is driving up its market value, reflecting heightened investor enthusiasm. That's right. The latest rally has seen the stock market cap reach $43 billion, making MicroStrategy the 477th most valuable company in the world by market value, as per company's market cap data. However, it's still not in the S&P 500. Mind-blowing, right? This is only 8% away from the $50 billion market cap valuation. Meanwhile, MicroStrategy trading volume has continued to climb against NVIDIA in 2024, reaching a high of 17.5% of NVIDIA's volume of October. This was achieved October 11th, when MicroStrategy saw 30 million trading volume against NVIDIA's 170 million, according to data from investing.com. Similarly, MicroStrategy net asset value has continued to expand once again as Bitcoin price hovered around 68 G's, putting the net asset value premium at almost 3, the highest level since early 2021. An increasing market value and trading volume alongside a price rally could be indicators of a continued uptrend for MicroStrategy stock over the coming months and years. How many of you are bullish on MicroStrategy? There's no second best. Let me know, family. And in other headlines, as I shared, breaking news: Microsoft to vote for or against the assessment of investing in Bitcoin during the shareholder meeting in December, according to the SEC filing. Now, this is a big deal because Saylor says Microsoft can make the next $1 trillion by investing treasury into Bitcoin. And here's the MicroStrategy head dude right here, the HNIC, as they say in the streets. But nonetheless, I had to do a little research and just see who's the primary shareholder of Microsoft, and lo and behold, the same people that own everything else: Vanguard and BlackRock. There's also State Street, Fidelity, and Geode Capital Management. So yeah, it's like we already know Larry Fink and BlackRock are bullish on Bitcoin. They're obviously a primary shareholder of Microsoft, of Microstrategy. They're, the largest asset manager in the world. And I think they're just going to accumulate Bitcoin. So this is a sign of the times. You adopt Bitcoin or you get left behind. Yeah, I mean. And in other breaking news, in the city of Lugano, Switzerland, there's the brand new statue honoring the one and only Satoshi Nakamoto, creator of the Bitcoin. And it's a pretty lit statue right there. So I'd love to go visit that and take some photos. Pretty lit. Shout out Satoshi. Long live the great. But there you go, yo. Let me know your thoughts on. I'll read your comments out loud. Sharing the love, spreading the gospel of Satoshi, supporting the man, JV. Thank you, Jason Buck. Again, appreciate you gifting 10 memberships to the channel. As far as Microstrategy, I've been commenting here that if you're a Bitcoin fan, consider us. You do. And you've been consistently saying that every day, Greg. You got to give credit where credit is due. Thanks for the membership, says Marcus Roth. We appreciate that, Jason Buck. Very kind of your family. I'm going to check the X feed again. Shout out Dalian. What does he say? I'd rather all my crypto go to zero than vote for that con man and give him the privilege of being in the White House again. Sorry you feel that way, Danielson, referring to Trump. Best Bitcoin channel. Thank you, Bluebird. I just reposted you, brother. Appreciate the support. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Nice drip, JV. What drip are we referring to? Microsoft or Micro Hard? Vanguard, BlackRock, and State Street own most every company in the public. Precisely. They have their hands in everything. I heard a statistic that BlackRock owns as a primary shareholder of over 90% of the companies in the S&P 500. And MicroStrategy isn't even in the S&P, and they're a primary shareholder. Florida peeps, bank your vote. It is supposed to be another hurricane on election day. You're kidding me, Oracle. Jesus, can we give Florida a break already? Sailor turned from the Giga Chad to the, what does that say? Regu Chad? It's cut off there, so I can't see the word you use. Oh, the outfit. Oh, thank you. This is a very old shirt, so nothing new here. The hat is newer. When I got my vehicle service, they gave me that as a free gift. I love free hats, by the way. Keep stacking the sats, WCB. Cheers, family. But yeah, man, the regular Chad. I see the word now. It is crazy how much power that some of these companies truly possess.
Never stopping, Bitcoin is rising. We already hit 67.
Oh, I saw Gensler got questioned on TV. I saw a clip, and they asked him, "What is your response to Trump firing you if he gets elected?" And Gensler said, "Next question, please." Gary wouldn't answer that question. He just told the interviewer with a serious face, "Next question, please." Ultimately saying, if you force me to answer that question, I'm leaving. Next question, please. Poor Gary. We had to stack the trees along 300 feet, along 25 feet tall after Hurricane Katrina. Oh, damn. You must be referring to Louisiana there, brother Clifford. Wild. Gates was indicted today. For real. For what? Which crime? He's committed so many. Wow, that's big news. Please do tell me more. But let's continue with some of the headlines here. Here's the latest with Polymarket. Trump, very impressive lead, as our own Oracle shared earlier. I think it's up to over 65%, which is the biggest betting market maker that there is. And this just goes to show you that obviously the whales are in favor of Trump, and just the people in general, especially the crypto folk, looking for a Trump victory. Spokespeople for Polymarket claimed they identified the whale responsible for $28 million in pro-Trump trading positions, as one unnamed French citizen was a seasoned background in finance and trading. According to the piece of the New York Times, company representatives told the outlet that 4 separate accounts, Freddie, Theo, Princess, and Michi, belonged to the trader. The company's spokespeople said they found no evidence of market manipulation during the investigation. manipulation, noting the trader intentionally spread his bets across smaller positions to avoid moving the market erratically. Polymarket also contacted the individual who claimed the positions were based on personal sentiment regarding the outcome of the 2024 presidential election. Polymarket maintains the election odds on the platform are consistent with the odds on competing platforms, and as I stressed before I start reading the story, as of today, October 25th, Trump is now leading up 65% on the Polymarket election forecast. Let me know who you feel will likely win on this election in a couple of weeks. Now, in October, Polymarket betting odds for the presidential election began to skew heavily towards former President Trump, sparking fears of market manipulation and prompting Polymarket to conduct an investigation to identify potential U.S. users on the platform. However, Kalshi founder Tarek Mansour recently argued the Polymarket odds were organic and reflected the true market sentiment. Mansour presented similar data from Kalshi, which is an American-only platform that corroborated the Polymarket election odds, showing Trump with a solid lead over Harris. Now, the former presidential odds on Polymarket rose sharply in early October, following months of tight betting spreads between the two candidates. And during the early weeks of August, Vice President Harris maintained a decisive lead over Trump of up to 10%. That initial lead began to fade late August and early September, putting the two candidates neck and neck for much of the race. Critics of Polymarket and similar services claim these platforms are not as accurate as the polls. I beg to differ. I think they're more accurate because money's on the line. That traders are making speculative bets without strong evidence. Supporters of these platforms argue prediction markets are a good, public, and a more accurate barometer of election sentiment than polls due to the monetary incentives. I agree with that. And even what's his name? Elon Musk has come out and said something very similar. Not exactly that, but he ultimately said he trusts the polls of Polymarket more because of the money bets, the money lines. And there you go, yo. Let me know your thoughts regarding what's going on here. I just looked it up and don't see anything about Bill Gates being indicted, says Marcus Roth. Can't say on the tube, JV. We'll tell you on the rubble. Sounds good, Oracle. Thank you. We're going to get those insights on the uncensored version of the pod on the Wumble. Yo, what's up, Crypto Surge? Shout out to the fam. 68 G's in play. We're back in the green. Your God candle is getting shorter with time, says Free Radical. Gulfport miss at with the time. Right on. Louisiana. I seen that and forgot. Good. Welcome. 69 G's, anyone?
Okay, and now we're aim up, up.
And shout out Serge. I appreciate the repost, brother. Just reposted. Shout out Marcus Roth. He put there is no second best. Appreciate it. And this is some proof of work from you guys. Thank you. Diana Jones wrote, best crypto pod live. Respect. Thank you guys. It does help out getting more eyeballs on the stream. So always appreciate every repost, every comment, every like, and every sub. Respect. Bitstack P. Where you at, big dog? 60 G's, Bepe. Send it and let this mofo rip. How about 70 G's? More like it. We're closer to 70.
Bitcoin is no maybe, baby. Bitcoin is no maybe, baby. 70 G's to.
And this is for 70 G's incoming.
The moon, lunar landing. See you there soon. They ain't like us.
They not like us. Preach. But yeah, let's continue. Next headline. This is Max sharing a fact. And the fact, let's go directly from his tweet he shared here yesterday. Got roughly 19,000 views. October 24th, time-stamped. He wrote, I started buying Bitcoin in 2011 at $1. Wow, let that sink in. My ROI is, wow, 6,800,000%. So, yeah, all hail the high priest of Bitcoin, yo. And there's actually an article written about it, so let's actually dive into it. Shout out to Max Keiser, the man, the myth, the legend himself. Keiser Excuse me. Also an advisor on all things to do with Bitcoin with President Bukele over in El Salvador has reminded the Bitcoin community he has been purchasing digital gold since 2011 when Bitcoin was just $1. Basically, Max began buying Bitcoin right after its mysterious creator, Satoshi, disappeared from the public view. Now, here's a fact. You've never seen Satoshi or Max in the same room at the same time. So you decipher that how you choose. But by now, he proudly stated his ROI on Bitcoin he holds has soared 6,800,000%. Good Lord. And I guess this guy, Andrew, was kind of flexing on social media. I started following the price of Bitcoin 5 years ago when it was 42,000. That's 61% growth. My investment in the S&P has returned 95% in the same period. So he's ultimately undermining Bitcoin, saying his results in the S&P have done better. So Max had to set the record straight and remind this fool that he's up 6,800,000% and that there is no second best. So yeah, following the basic rule of every hodler, Keiser has never revealed his Bitcoin holdings. Smart. Which are likely to be massive. You can say that again. Since he has been stacking the biddy for over 13 years. He also maintains a hardcore Bitcoin maxi as the frequently slams the alts, including Ether, and every single altcoin, that is. Keiser criticizes XRP, Cardano, Solana. They are mentioned in his tweets most frequently. And in a tweet published just today, he poured criticism on Cardano's native coin, ADA, and says it will continue trending to zero against Bitcoin, just like all the shit coins. Take that, Huskinson. And approximately a week ago, Keiser published a tweet in which he shared his expectation that Bitcoin is likely to begin trading at the 220,000 level very soon. The influencer was led to believe so because Bitcoin's rival in the material world, gold, surged to a new all-time high for the first time. I believe it just tapped 2,700 an ounce. In the past 4 years, 2,713 an ounce. Gold's previous historic price peak was reached in 2020 during what we call the plandemic. But anyways, family, I don't think there's many Bitcoiners that can flex on this 6,800,000% returns. And not like that percentage is going to stop growing. Every time Bitcoin continues to climb, his ROI is going to climb alongside it. So take that, evildoers. I believe that would be in the Americas, since he was the mouthpiece for the American pharma. We can only hope we hold him accountable. Must be referring to Billy Gates. I read he was being charged criminally by the health organization. Good. No one has seen Satoshi, so that is that, JV. No one has seen Satoshi in the Nippinator giving us a signal right now. That's a pump signal. If I've never seen a pump signal, that's a pump signal. I've never seen Satoshi and Nipsey in the same room at the same time. That's just a fact. Yeah, I mean, you can translate or decipher that however you wish, but you've never seen it. And Nip is giving us the buy signal. 4 paws in the air, and they stay there. So, shout out to the Nip. Like the stream. Subscribe to the channel for the Nip. Repost the stream for the Nip, a.k.a. Satoshi. We're all Satoshi. Waiting on a 10,000 candle. Oh, yeah. I saw 5 years ago, it was a memory in my timeline on Facebook. Bitcoin was 8,000 5 years ago. And today, 5 years ago, it rose 28% on the daily chart. So are you guys ready for like 25, 30% daily gains? I'm so ready. And just a reminder that it can happen and has happened and will happen. So let's freaking go. 80,000 in November. Done deal, Hillbilly Will. Send that mofo. Send that mofo.
At that 69 sweet G spot, rocket ticking off. Everybody knows it's the magic spot. Watch how it goes when we hit the 69K. We will continue to grow.
69 G's. Shout out to the need fet. That is definitely, I don't know what that is referring to there, brother. Waiting on the 10,000 candle we had from, exactly, bro. Midwest. Big candles coming. 80 G's in play. But let's continue with the bullishness, shall we? It shall happen sooner than later. The Oracle has spoken. Let's discuss the 100,000 target by February, and then we'll be discussing 125,000 incoming as soon as Trump wins this election in 2 weeks. Let's break her down. Bitcoin analyst, 100,000 Bitcoin price by February, completely within reason. In fact, I'd go on a limb and say it's in reason for the Q4. But anyways, Bitcoin is in its initial stages of a bull run, and 100,000 Bitcoin price may come within the next 90 days. In his latest market analysis, network economist Timothy Peterson said that the ignition has already come for the new Bitcoin bull market. We'll start that ignition already. Bitcoin has spent nearly 8 months consolidating after its all-time high of 73.8 we achieved mid-March. For Peterson, the real gains are yet to come and may even see the biddy hit 6 figures for the first time in the next 3 months. I think it's inevitable. What are your thoughts? Bitcoin's current run is not meaningfully different than the prior price pass. This puts a big dent into diminishing marginal returns argument. I mean, you can see right here, numbers don't lie, yo. In a accompanying chart compared to Bitcoin price performance since its last macro low in late 2022 to the previous cycle, with Peterson dismissing the idea that the Bitcoin investors see lower comparative returns each cycle. Quoting him here, a move just above the trend puts Bitcoin at 100 Gs within 90 days, completely within reason. His prediction odds are not moved by politics, Peterson said, confirming they are equally likely regardless of the outcome of the U.S. presidential election for the next month. Now, Bitcoin continues to feel various sky-high price targets throughout 2025. Next year is broadly seen as the deadline for the next macro top. That's what history shows us, with 6-figure estimates increasingly frequent. And you know, if you watch my stream, because I pretty much share 6-figure target every single day of the stream. However, others remain cautious for the short term, with traders, including Credible Crypto, seeing a large decline coming next. He published this chart, which saw a possible return to the 60,000 level, something Peterson describes as a boundary that is unlikely to be violated. Quoting the analyst here, a drop below 60 Gs is becoming less and less likely, describing Bitcoin as not overpriced. Look how closely Bitcoin has tracked the 2-year cycle average these past few weeks. Amazing that it is following a path predetermined 4 years ago. So there you frickin' go. 6 figures in play, let's motherfucking go. Satoshi statue turns almost invisible from the phone view. I saw that. I saw a certain view. You can see right through it. It's pretty gangster statue. I may have to get a little one for my office. Hit the likes, you bunch of degens. From November 21st high through today, a huge cup and handle. If it plays out, measured, it is well over 200 Gs. First target, 88. Second target, 106. The first 2 levels of the measure of the move. The price action is a bit nuts. Nuts. Hey. Hit the likes, you bunch of degens. Sorry, I was just trying to voice because I'm driving. Focus on the car ahead, brother. It's all good. The Nippinator indicator, throw your paws up in the air and wave them like you just don't care. 225,000 end of the year. 507.50 cycle peak. Get in where you fit in. And there's the Nippinator looking all cute. Yeah, the Satoshi statue is pretty cool, right? I hope every state introduces a Satoshi statue. Pretty smart. Bitcoin will surge regardless. Vote MAGA, says BTC. I just reposted you, brother. I just reposted you. The Satoshi statue is pretty cool. Right on, Diana. It is pretty lit. I'm digging it. Nippinator's napping.
Let it flow, 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 flow. Magic cosmic fire, the rocket is fueled up. Prepare for flight, rocket up kind of high.
Thank you, Sergio. Shout out Sergio. He has some fly Bitcoin merch you can find at bitcoincaps.net. He just reposted the stream. In fact, I rock a lot of his hats, especially the Bukele hats, such as the Bukelenomics one and some of the others. So thank you, Sergio.
Darting, darting, darting. 69 G bound, such a fun time. Rocket up kind of doing.
But here we are. Now for our feature story of the day. Standard Chartered Bank, primary shareholder BlackRock, sees Bitcoin surge to 125,000 if Republicans take U.S. Congress. Let's break it down. As per the headline you can see here, a second Trump presidency would be good for the biddy, a Standard Chartered Bank analyst says, and a Harris win would just be okay for crypto. I'm going to rephrase this. A Harris win would be detrimental to crypto and to humanity and to the United States of America. Could it be any more obvious? But I digress. Bitcoin could be worth $125,000 by the end of the year if the Republican Party dominates the U.S. Congress after November 5th elections, according to Standard Chartered Bank analyst Geoff Kendrick. We ain't talking Kendrick Lamar here. They not like us. As speculation about U.S. elections, the Bitcoin price approaches a frenzy. Kendrick, not Lamar, was bullish on the Republicans. That's right. I mean, here's the post-U.S. election playbook, for Christ's sake. It says things like, we use daily Bitcoin volume levels of popular strike levels to estimate the post-election price moves. We think the Bitcoin price is likely to be around 73,000 election day, roughly around the all-time high on November 5th. Assuming a Trump victory, option break-evens imply a further price rise of about 4% when presidential outcome is known, and around 10% in total within a few days. If the Republicans sweep Congress, our year-end target level of 125,000 USD per biddy should come into view. If Harris wins, we see Bitcoin initially trading lower, but still ending 2024 at fresh highs at around 75 Gs. That's according to their report, yo. So Kendrick predicts Bitcoin to reach 73,000 election day, November 5th, the day of the elections. If President Trump is elected to a second term, Kendrick, not Lamar, says Bitcoin will rise 4% when the result is announced. And man, 4% is very modest. I think Bitcoin can jump 10, 20%. Why? Because like I said, 5 years ago on today, Bitcoin jumped 25% on the daily. I got the proof of work to back it up. So we know it's possible, but we all know it's bullish nonetheless. But anyways, they also go on to share, based on options information, an increase by another 10% within a few days. And again, that could happen in a single day. I just want to point out the obvious, quoting them here. Our base case is Bitcoin rises around 73,000 election day, catching up to the betting market. Polymarket. Probabilities of a Trump win, this is slightly below 73/8 all-time high recorded in March. Now, Vice President Harris is elected president. Kendrick, not Lamar, says Bitcoin will trade lower for a while, but end the year at around 75 Gs. He notes that the Real Clear Politics currently places the odds of a Trump win at 59%, and Polymarket gives Trump a 75%. Is it up to 75 now? Good Lord. But yeah, yo. And as shared here, Bitcoin hit 200,000 by the end of 2025. So Standard Chartered execs, regardless of the U.S. election outcome. And according to the bank executive, Geoff, not Lamar, Kendrick, 3 factors are poised to drive the price of the biddy to the new all-time highs in 2025, including the likely removal of SAB 121, the accounting rule, a marginal uptick in inflation, and positive inflows into the Bitcoin ETFs. Meanwhile, Polymarket odds were manipulated by recently identified but not named whale that bet more than 20 million on a Trump win. Some big bucks going on Trump winning, yo. Crypto community perceives Trump to be more. It'd be difficult for someone like myself to bet knowing the 2020 election was rigged. You know what I mean? Like, just drop. He probably is worth hundreds of millions, I'm assuming. If you're to bet 20 million on something, you should probably be worth, if not $1 billion, minimal worth hundreds of millions. Let me know if you agree with that. The crypto community perceives Trump to be more favorable towards it than Harris, although Ripple's co-founder Chris Larson, I can't believe this, donated $11 million worth of XRP to the Harris campaign. Talk about an oxymoron. Why would the co-founder of Ripple donate to Harris when she's the one behind the unlawful regulation in the crypto industry targeting XRP and Ripple Labs? Things that make you go, is this just like an inside attack, like Garlinghouse is like in on it, Larson is in on it? Why would they be funding the administration behind the one employing Senator Warren, Gary Gensler, chairman of the SEC? Some things that just make you go, But nonetheless, Kendrick is not the only commenter who has shown confidence in Trump. An executive at crypto asset manager Bitwise predicted Bitcoin to hit 92,000 in the event of a Trump victory. Crypto exchange Deribit predicted Bitcoin to reach 80 Gs by the end of November. Would a Trump pump win? Less excitable observers, such as BlackRock CEO Larry Fink, have said Bitcoin will rise regardless of the election results. That's right. Donald Trump says Bitcoin will probably overtake gold, which means each Bitcoin will be worth over $750,000 per coin. Now we're talking 750 Gs. Send it. But nonetheless, let me know your thoughts, family. Welcome to the Q&A segment of the live stream. Let me know what you think will happen if Trump gets into office. Price predictions for this year, 2024 cycle peak Q4. Can you see 750,000 happen long term? Holla, and I'll read your comments. Trap 'em. Smart move, says Boinked. Trump 2020 foe, says DGen. Trying to bribe, eh? Bitcoin also plunged 39% on March 12th of 2020. More beer. Diddy party participant, JV. Who are you referring to there? Yes, that ish does not make sense. Gensler was taking XRP to court, and you're giving them back money. It's almost like it's probably money laundering. What else is it? There's different ways to launder money and get away with it. I thought the Polymarket was at 65 yesterday. Supposedly a French national, 28 million on you know who recently. Wow, pretty crazy. There are many people who need a psychiatric evaluation these days, says Clifford. It will rise regardless, but it will reach exponentially when Trump is elected. I definitely see Bitcoin going more exponential with a Trump win. It's common sense. XRP is for the noobs. Maybe they are donating the XRP to the Democratic Party just in case they win. They will have to admit that they took donations from XRP. Everyone. Yeah, some things just don't make logical sense. XRP Ripple Labs is touting the CBDCs, making them new commies. Yeah, pretty accurate. Say no to CBDCs. Polymarket was at 63. That's today, right? I don't know where they got the 75% from. Maybe that was like a projection of where it will be. Would you keep a lawsuit up against someone that just gave you 11 million? Probably a payoff. Well, they want 100 million. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what the SEC wants. And I think they just appealed that amount. I know initially they wanted $1 billion, which is 10x 100 million. And they said, oh, we're not paying that. Yesterday it was 63. Wow. Yeah, it's just going to continue to rise. I think today is supposed to be a big interview with Rogan and Trump. Let me know if that's accurate. Is that today? What time is that interview? I think that's just going to make the polls soar even higher in Trump's favor, because the more Trump talks, I think the more support he'll get. And I think Harris has an opposite effect. The more she talks, especially interviews, the less people will vote for her, because they'll see right through her bullshit and deception and lies and rhetoric. Today it's 65. Wow. 65% right now. Holy moly. That means Harris must be down in the 30s, low 30s. Pretty cool. Go Polymarket. I mean, the smart money's on Trump. But then again, if they fix the election, Trump could really win like he did previous election, and then you'll lose the bet. So high risk, very risque. Yes, the Rogan interviews today. Nice. Does Rogan do live interviews, or are they pre-edited? Bro, it's kind of false advertising saying 125. What are you talking about? Who's advertising what? And that's an oxymoron. If someone makes a prediction of Bitcoin reaching 125,000, think about that. That's not false advertising. It's called a prediction. A prediction means into the future. It hasn't happened yet. So get out of here, bro. Yeah, Rogan interview today. He is reading other people's opinions and articles. Well, I'll double down. I also believe Bitcoin will hit 125,000. Easy, this target. I think that's a bear target. I think easy peasy. If not in Q4, I highly feel it will happen in Q1 of 2025. So I stand by that. And that's a prediction. It's not a false advertisement. Just FYI, it's a prediction, right? If someone said, Bitcoin is guaranteed, we'll do XYZ, then you can say, well, how can you guarantee a prediction that hasn't happened in the future yet? But if someone just says, yo, it's a prediction, that's not misleading. That's not false advertising whatsoever, bro. I think they pre-recorded, but not edited. Right on. Nippinator indicator again, back and in the flesh. 225,000 end of the year. No false advertising. I'd love to see that. Oh my God. How would that transform your guys' lives? Let me know. Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin's only up 6,800,000% since 2011. Nothing to see here. But anyways, Let me check the X feed again. Great Bitcoin pod. Join us for a great time. Thank you, Hillbilly Will. Appreciate it, brother. And thank you again, BTC37, MSTR, Steven, Marcus, Diana. Appreciate the reposts on the stream. End of the year could still be in this range. Yeah, Keefe is out of the loop, man. The Fruit Loops. Maybe too many Fruit Loops with the red dye. I don't know. We all have predictions. Nobody knows. Exactly. Except Nipsey and Satoshi and God. Dang, 2 indicators in one day. Gonna faint. Here we go. I got an announcement, family. We're heading on over to X and Rumble. We're about to end the YouTube transmission and continue with the uncensored extended version of the pod. So if you're on YouTube, you ain't got to go home, but head on over to the Rumble. We're going to continue the stream uncensored. It's rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. Again, that's rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net.